A lot of great N8N workflows out there, many of them that are better than SaaS products that are in the market making money. So I'm going to show you how to convert that N8N workflow into a SaaS product in a few minutes. By the end of this video, you'll have a mini clone of Lovable that users can register for, sign up, use to create a simple landing page, and you'll charge them a combination of a monthly fee and a cost per credit. So firstly, let's look at the N8N template we're going to use. This is quite a simple template. It took about a day to make with the use of ChatGPT. There's a link in the notes to download it. What it does, it has a chat input here where you'll request the landing page that you want to use. It's a node to save the session so that you can edit the landing pages that are generated. Then we have a few nodes here to generate an image for the landing page. We've used DALL-E 2, which is not a good model to be using for this. Nano Banana or something like that is a much better model. Then we've used a few nodes to upload that to Cloudinary. Then we've got a few nodes here that generate the HTML for the landing page, and a few nodes that deploy it to Vercel and give you back the URL of the landing page that will be demonstrated. So let's have a look. Take the chat interface, open up a window, and we're going to say, make me a landing page about TPS reports, and see what it does. Now, as you already know, if you look at the workflow, you look at executions, that'll be running. That'll take about a minute because of the DALL-E 2 node, so we'll just jump ahead to skip the waiting. There we go, so it's generated a landing page. Let's just check whether that came out how we wanted. All right, great. As expected, the image kind of sucks. That's a question of the DALL-E 2 model not being great at this sort of thing, but it has made a very basic landing page. Now, if you want to improve that, it's much more, it's work on N8N. The three things that I'd focus on, there's a lot of benefits that can be made to changing this script here. You can make things more futuristic, more retro. Prompt engineering really has a lot of benefits if you can play around with that. It's very, very simple and quick to do. The second would be improving the models. At the moment, we're using DALL-E 2 to generate the image. That's not a great choice. There's much better choices. So playing with getting each model for what it's best at can be really useful. Even this here, I think we're using 4.0 mini. So there's much better models that you can use for both of those tasks. The third point that you can work on is adding features. So adding a backend, adding databases, things like that. That's a lot of work that you do direct in N8N, but it's definitely possible. Use ChatGPT to guide you there, and there's a lot of great experts and tutorials out there on the internet. So what we do have at the moment, though, is a very simple chat page that generates landing pages. We do not have user authentication, which means allowing users to sign up, log in, log out, and recording how much they're using it. We don't have a way to charge them on a uniform basis. So for that, we're going to use Biz Scaffold. We'll sign up here. So as a merchant login, let's use we need to register. Acme, we're going to call this Acme AI. Seems like a cooler name. Register. And even just registering, that gives you an idea of how we're going to do user authentication. If you come to products, we haven't yet made a product, but we have created a merchant storefront. So if you look here, you now have Acme AI customer portal, and this is where customers are going to be able to log in, sign up, and buy your products. So what we're going to do now is register for payments. We'll need to do this before creating our product and allowing people to pay us. The platform is built on Stripe, so it's a pretty easy login sign-up center. The only catch here is Stripe does require that you need in many countries, need a business number. There are plenty of online services that you can use to get you a business number for anywhere between $50 to $100, or borrow a friend's or use one that you've used for a recent So we're just going to use these test details here to log our way through, and I'm going to assume I'm a sole founder. Let's go with Lovable, and I'm just filling all of this out as test data so I know that this merchant is going to get approved. And I'm going to pretend that I am sole founder and owner of 100% of the business. Alright, that looks good, and it looks like we are going to be approved now by Stripe to start charging people. There we go. Looks like it's been approved on the platform. So let's create our product. Create a product with a chat interface, mini Lovable clone, and we're going to get here the chat instance. Now we need to get the workflow ID that you get by coming to the URL and copying that number. However, you can also find it in any execution. It'll be listed in the data of every workflow execution. So if I just go to any node, get variables and context, see that the workflow ID here is the same as up in the URL. So I'm going to grab that from the URL, put it in the workflow ID, and say this is my test. Put in a cool image so my product looks nice. Create the product. Now we need to decide what we charge. So Lovable looks like it charges $25 a month, and you get 100 credits a month for that. And it looks like if I go to 200, it's 25, 400, it's 100. So it looks like they're charging $25 for every 100 credits. So let's just do exactly the same. We'll say $25 per month. It's included credits 100. We'll say additional credits 100 for $25. Save pricing model. We now have our product live and almost ready to share. Final thing we need to do is to add the N8N API so that you'll be able to track the usage of that workflow. So to do so, we come over here to N8N, click on our profile, settings, N8N API, and let's create one, which is video 3. There's our N8N API key. Copy that because you won't get access again, and then come back here and paste it in, hit save. Alright, so now we are ready to distribute our product. Come down here and you can share the link with anyone you feel like. So let's just test this as a customer. I'm going to go to the link. It's going to make someone log in or sign up. So I'm going to sign up as a new customer, and I'm just going to say 100 is my name, 100@100.com. There we go. Here's my ability to buy the product. So can buy now. All right, and that'll be a Stripe purchase that we're just going to check that it works. Let's use a Stripe test count to make sure it does. There we go, we've already bought it. So So we go to the product, and here is the chat screen that we saw before. Page about. We see up the top here in orange, this is the customer view. They have 100 credits per month. This is going to take about a minute to run. This is where if you are launching this as a real product, you could add some sizzle and animations just like they have in Lovable. For the moment, we're just going to wait for it to run. There we go. It's generated a website. Let's go have a look at this website. All right. Generate a landing page about office space. And then if we wait for a minute or two, there we go. We see that it's used up 1 credit. So I think the final piece in order to run as a proper SaaS is let's make a super snazzy, lovable landing page in honor of the great work that the guys have done over there. So a landing page clone. Here we go. Lovable is going to spend a few minutes making that landing page. We'll just give it a minute. There we go. We have our site. Now let's see if we can edit it. We're going to edit this button. Let's see, actually what we're going to do is this. We're going to copy my customer login link. Say here, the login and links link to AI sign up. We'll make those changes. There we go. Now let's publish it. All right, let's copy this address here and do a full customer walkthrough from a new Safari window. We'll go to our landing page. Looks cool. Build apps fast with AI magic. Get started, register as a customer, log in as the customer we had before. AI, here's the product that I bought. Go to here we have our landing page generated that makes landing pages. So you've got your first SaaS up and running. I hope you can have fun distributing that.